Hi there and welcome to Playworms. The film opens in space, amidst the wreckage of the USCSS Nostromo. A probe from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation retrieves a sample from the ship's remains, and a team of researchers begins examining the Xenomorph for further study. On Jackson's star mining colony, orphaned Rain Carradine works alongside her malfunctioning synthetic android, Andy, whom she refers to as her brother. Rain tries to get out of her mining contract, but learns it has been extended for another 6 years. Her day takes a troubling turn when some delinquent kids beat up Andy, prompting Rain to repair him. Afterwards, she receives a video message from her ex-boyfriend Tyler, asking her to bring Andy to a secret mission. Rain and Andy travel to Tyler's base, where they meet his sister Kay, cousin Bjorn, and the crew's pilot Navarro. The group is planning a heist to break into a derelict Weyland-Yutani ship to steal cryostasis pods that will safely transport them to the planet Wyvaga, which is 9 years away. They need Andy to access the ship's terminal, since he was built by Wei-Yu. The 6 of them board the mining ship Corbelan, flying above Jackson's star, where they get an incredibly close view of the sun. They arrive at the station, which is divided into 2 sections, Romulus and Remus. While Andy joins Tyler and Bjorn to find the cryostasis pods, Rain stays behind to care for Kay, who is unwell. As the search for the cryostasis pods continues, tensions grow within the group, particularly between Bjorn and Andy. As they find the pods, the crew realizes that there are only 5, and Andy was never intended to be part of the journey due to the company's policies against synthetics. Additionally, they discover there is only enough fuel for 3 years of cryostasis, significantly less than expected. The team stumbles upon a lab where Andy prevents Bjorn from walking into a massive hole, and they also find the half-body of another synthetic. As they venture further, the ship goes into lockdown, and the crew is trapped in a room as facehuggers begin thawing out from a nearby wall of ice. Panic sets in as the facehuggers start to attack, and the group works together to escape, narrowly avoiding death as they flee. However, Navarro is soon attacked by a facehugger, and the crew works to remove it from her, but the situation grows dire. Andy reboots to a more focused and loyal state, now completely aligned with Weyland-Yutani's interests. The crew attempts to get help by activating the remains of another synthetic, Rook, who briefly comes to life and informs them of the grave danger they are in. He reveals that the researchers aboard Romulus were killed by a Xenomorph, which was discovered alive and killed, though its acid blood caused catastrophic damage to the ship. Rook emphasizes that their chances of survival are slim. Rain comes up with a plan to freeze the facehugger's tail, which works temporarily, saving Navarro. But even though they've managed to stave off one danger, Rook warns that worse things are coming. As Navarro and Bjorn make a break for the Corbala, Navarro starts to feel ill and uses an X-ray flashlight to see a chest burster growing inside her. Before she can react, the chest burster bursts out of her, causing her to die violently in front of Kay. The impact sends the Romulus heading toward Jackson Star's asteroid belt with less than an hour before impact, sealing the crew's fate as they race against time to find a way to survive. As Rain and Tyler head towards the hangar, Rook converses with Andy, reinforcing the Weyland-Yutani directive for synthetics. Andy, now fully aligned with the company's mission, rejoins the group, and they work on increasing the temperature in the station to avoid detection by the Xenomorphs. Meanwhile, Kay and Bjorn attempt to escape, but their plan takes a tragic turn when they encounter the Xenomorph that was birthed from Navarro. Bjorn tries to defend himself using a cattle prod, but the creature's acid blood burns through his skin, killing him slowly. The final drop of acid lands on his chest, finishing him off completely. Kay, now left alone and terrified, contacts Tyler just as the Xenomorph turns its attention to her. She narrowly escapes and makes it to the hangar's entrance, but Andy, now fully loyal to Weyland-Yutani, refuses to open the door to let her in, knowing the Xenomorph is using her to lure them into a trap. In a heated moment of anger, Rain slaps Andy, but she quickly regrets it. Now, fully focused on the synthetics' directives, Andy takes Rain and Tyler into a lab where they make a horrifying discovery. a human/alien DNA mixture, referred to by Rook as the Prometheus strain. A video shows the strain being tested on a rat, causing it to heal from a previous illness. However, the video ends with a disturbing sight of a dead rat Xenomorph hybrid, a chilling foreshadow of the potential horrors the strain could unleash. Andy arms Rain and Tyler with Morty 1 pulse rifles, preparing them for what's to come. As they move through the station, they find Kay alive, but in a xenomorph cocoon. Rain tries to help her, but Tyler, desperate to save her, nearly injects the DNA sample into Kay. Rain stops him, fearing the unknown consequences. The xenomorph attacks just as Rain tries to get Kay back on her feet. It captures Tyler with its tail, gruesomely killing him by impaling his face with its second mouth. In the chaos, Rain manages to lead Kay to safety, urging her to reach the ship while Rain goes back for Andy. In a moment of desperation, Kay, now alone, injects herself with the Prometheus strain, hoping it will heal her and give her the strength to survive. Rain's determination to save herself and Andy continues as she makes a final effort to fight back. She removes Andy's module, hoping to return him to his previous self, but their hopes are quickly dashed when Rook warns them that escaping will be impossible. Just as the group begins to lose hope, Rain devises a plan to disable the gravity, which causes the xenomorphs to float as well. In the chaos, Rain begins shooting the aliens, killing them, but the acid blood from the xenomorphs starts spreading dangerously close to her. Using the recoil from her rifle, Rain manages to move herself away from the deadly splashes of acid, but it's a close call. Afterward, Rain and Andy make their way to the elevator, but when gravity returns, Rain begins to fall. The main xenomorph catches her with its tail, but in a heroic move, Andy, now focused on protecting Rain, kills the xenomorph with Tyler's rifle and delivers a variation of Ripley's famous line, "Get away from her, you bitch!" He rescues Rain and gets her out of immediate danger. The three survivors, Rain, Andy, and Kay, make it back to the Corbelan just as the Romulus station starts its descent into the asteroid belt. Rook, still clinging to his Weyland-Yutani mission, urges Andy to bring the DNA sample back to the company, but Andy, now loyal to his companions, ignores him. The station, along with Rook, is destroyed as it plummets into the belt. As they head toward the planet Ivaga, Rain places Kay in a cryopod for safety. However, Kay's condition starts to deteriorate as the DNA mixture affects her pregnancy and her stomach rapidly grows. The pain of labor intensifies, and Kay produces a pod-like egg containing a horrifying human xenomorph hybrid. When Rain returns to find Kay, the hybrid has grown rapidly and now resembles the engineers, feeding off Kay's chest and killing her in the process. The creature also severely damages Andy. Desperate, Rain suits up in a spacesuit as the ship's temperature starts to drop rapidly. She attempts to separate the cargo pod as the damage caused by the creature's birth threatens to send the Corbelan crashing into the asteroid belt. The hybrid attacks Rain in a final attempt to stop her, and the two battle outside the ship, both hanging on for dear life. In the end, Rain uses her harness to activate the final lever, sending the cargo pod and the monstrous hybrid into space, where it disintegrates into space dust. With the immediate danger gone, Rain places Andy in a cryopod and prepares for stasis herself. That's how the movie ends. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.